Hello everyone, Fernando Rosas here again. Today we're analyzing two presentations with their do's and don'ts, and I picked two very interesting presentations. One is from Michael Bay in 20 in a 2014 approximately year, which is kinda catastrophic. And you're gonna see why, and I'm gonna analyze it.
Good afternoon.
Thanks, Joe.
Good afternoon, Michael.
How is everyone today? My job as a director is I get to dream for a living.
Michael, you're known for such unbelievable action. What inspires you? How do you come up with these unbelievable ideas?
I create visual worlds that are so beyond everyone's normal life experiences. And Hollywood is a place that creates a viewer escape. And what I try to do is, as a director...
So, first of all, we are watching already a mistake. Here, the director, Michael Bay, is not watching, not expressing him to his audience. He is talking with the interviewer or the other person, and not especially with his audience. And we can see the hand off, which it seems like he's kind of nervous and anxiety by the surroundings, by the audience, by being watched. And is I mean, his body language is not transmitting confidence. These are 3, 4 already don'ts. Okay, let me enumerate them. First of all, he's not talking to the audience. Number 1. Number 2, the hand job. He's not transmitting confidence. Number 3, his body language in general. His, I mean, the body language is not only the it's not only a specific thing. It's all the body. That's why it's called body language. So the face is not transmitting confidence. The body is too static to one point. He's not communicating, sharing what he feels by the question of what is your work, etc. And he neither number 5, he neither having any type of eye contact with nobody, without even the interviewer, not even the audience. It's nobody. So let's keep seeing this. Let's keep watching.
The type is all off, sorry, but I'll
See.
just wing this.
See, you can as you can see, he starts panicking. Number 6 of don'ts: do not panic. You are an expert on what you do. That's why you do in this conference. That's why you are in front of a lot of people, because you're an expert. You know what you're talking about. There's no necessity of panicking when you know what you are talking. I mean, if you're going to a big audience and you don't know anything and you have to give information, it's kind of understandable that you're nervous, you have anxiety, you are panicking, you're sweating, and you only want to be off of that scenario. But in this case, he's Michael Bay. He needs to be aware he's Michael Bay. one of the best directors in Hollywood in 2010s. So let's keep watching.
The type is all off, sorry, but I'll just wing this.
Tell us what you think.
Yeah, we'll wing it right now. I try to take people on an emotional ride, and
The Curve?
Number 7. Another mistake. Mistake number 7. He takes too long. He takes too long. He's making a prolonged pause. Making pauses are good. When you miss a word, you don't have the path of what you're trying to say or share the idea you try to share the audience, you can make a pause. The silence is part of a conversation, but in this case, this pause only says to us as an audience, he's completely lost. He doesn't know what to say. He's falling apart because the anxiety on his back is way heavier than that the ideas on his mind.
How do you think it's going to impact how viewers experience your movies?
excuse me, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And he just left the scenario. He just left the audience, and the interviewer right there. The interviewer is going to, carry the time, carry the what just happened, and this is a pretty good example of what you don't need to do in a presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Michael Bay for joining us.
And that's all from the presentation of Michael Bay. It was only downs, but I like Michael Bay work, but in this case, he shows that he can be a little bit introvert, and well, it happens. It's human. A mistake. It happens. Let's see the next presentation, the next case. So we're gonna watch now TED Talk, which says the first 20 hours how to learn anything. Josh Kaufman, TED for CSU.
Hi, everyone. 2 years ago, my life changed forever. My wife, Kelsey, and I welcomed our daughter, Leela, into the world. Now, becoming a parent is an amazing, amazing experience. Your whole world changes.
We are starting perfectly. I want to emphasize in what he's doing, and he's doing good. He know his audience, first of those. He knows his audience. He knows what he's going. He starts with a key point. He starts with something to generate interest in the audience. Like, it's not too dramatic, but it's absorbing your attention. He's starting, how can I say it? Slowly, but with a hit. With something you want to know. So this is a good start. He knows his audience. He's making it directly. He used simple sentence. He uses examples to illustrate ideas. He seems to have practiced this presentation. He's using he's opening pretty well. That's why he's in a TED talk. He's using his body language to reflect the content of the presentation. I mean, not too free, not too movement, but this soft. It's soft, and it's only starting. It's only starting. We have watched only the first 31 seconds of the TED Talk, and
overnight.
it's already
And all of your priorities change
intriguing.
immediately so fast
I'm curious
fast.
now.
that it makes it really difficult to process sometimes. Now, you also have to learn a tremendous amount about being a parent. Like, for example,
He's
how to
keeping-
dress your child.
He's keeping the number 8. He's keeping the visual contact with his audience. He knows. This is a very important point. He's giving the opportunity, he's giving the chance to the audience to join his presentation. How? By empathizing. He's talking about his child. Everyone who is father in that audience, maybe everyone is a father, is a parent in that audience. So now they are completely invited to being in the presentation. Like, okay, he's presenting, but I have been in his shoes. I have feel what he's presenting. That's number 9 to do. That is perfect. That is a perfect way. That's a perfect path to empathize, to connect with your audience. He's presenting something that the audience have felt or can feel in the future, or one day they gonna live them.
This was new to me. This is an actual outfit. I thought this was a good idea. And even Leela knows that it's not a good idea. So there was so much to learn and so much craziness all at once. And to add to the craziness, Kelsey and I both work from home. We're entrepreneurs. We run our own businesses. So Kelsey is develops courses online for yoga teachers. I'm an author. And so I'm working from home. Kelsey's working from home. We have an infant, and we're trying to make sure that everything gets done that needs done. And life is really, really, really busy. And a couple weeks into this amazing experience, when the sleep deprivation really kicked in, like around week 8, I had this thought.
This is crazy. This is crazy. The topic is fundamental. The topic is crucial. We all know. We all have lived this scenario, this case. Because even with or without kids, everyone has had this problem. How to learn? I don't have time. Time is relative.
And it was the same
Time is
thought
relative.
that parents
Time is a
the
topic
ages,
for
internationally,
everybody.
everybody
For
has had
everyone
this
in
thought,
the
which
face of the
is,
world.
I am never
So-
going to have free time. Ever
Another
again.
point, another dude.
And
is
somebody said it's true.
storytelling.
Yeah, it's not exactly true,
He's persuasive
but it feels
his audience.
really,
And
really true.
Number 11,
in that moment.
he's using
And this
a
was
little
really
of
disconcerting to me
charisma and
because one of
humor
the things that I enjoy
to presentate.
more than anything else is
To be
learning
direct.
new things.
I can react to I can analyze the whole video because I'm running is 1926 minutes, so I can
Getting curious
analyze
about
the
something and
the whole
diving
video,
in and fiddling around and
but
learning through trial and error
we
and
already hit
eventually becoming
the
pretty good
10
at
the 10
something.
twos. I'm not
And
watching a don't. I mean,
without this,
when
this
you're in
free
a TED
time,
talk,
I didn't know how I was
you gotta
ever
do
going to
it
do that ever again. And so
good.
I'm a big geek.
You're
I
invited
want to
to a
keep
TED
learning things.
talk.
I want to keep growing.
That's not
And
easy
so what
unless
I
you have
decided to
a
do
very
was go
very
to
good
the library and go to the bookstore and look at what
topic.
research says about how we learn and how we learn quickly. And I read a bunch of books, I read a bunch of websites, and
Well,
trying to answer
I'm watching a don't, and no, never mind, never mind. I'm gonna say that he had no images, but in the start he explained it with images. So
this
my
question,
bad.
how long does it take to acquire a new skill?
This is actually
You know what I found?
very gratificant and useful
10,000
because
hours.
me as a student,
Anybody ever heard
I
this?
always
10,000. It takes
learning
10,000
new
hours.
things,
If you want to learn something new, if you want to be
keep
good at it, it's
my
going to take
knowledge
10,000 hours to get there.
improving.
And I
So
read
yeah,
this
this
in book
is
after
useful.
book and
This
website after website.
is priceless.
And my
I want to
mental
watch it
experience of
everything,
reading all of this stuff.
but
like,
I already did the analyze
No!
and the look, look that was
I don't have time.
that was crazy. That was humor. That was
I am
acting.
never going to be able to learn
He's
anything
already feeling it.
ever again.
He's being him. He's feeling the.
But that's not true. So
presentation.
10,000 hours, just to give you a
That's
rough order of
good.
magnitude,
That's-
10,000 hours is a full-time
nice.
job for 5 years. That's a long time. And we've all
That's
had the
humor.
experience of learning
That's the
something
number
when
10
it didn't
as
take
I
us
said.
anywhere close
That's
to that
humor
amount of
when
time, right?
it's
So what's up? There's something
when
kind of
it's,
funky going
up your
on
page,
here. What the research says
it.
and what we expect and have experiences, they don't match up. And
you
what I
can connect
found,
better with
here's the wrinkle. The 10,000 hour rule came out of
With the
studies
audience.
of expert.
and make them feel comfortable with what you're
There
just
was a
saying.
professor at Florida State University. His name is K. Anders Ericsson. He's the originator of the 10,000 hour rule.
But yeah,
And
I
where that came
think
from is he
we're
studied
watching the
professional
first 5
athletes,
minutes of
world-class musicians,
the
chess grandmasters.
presentation.
All of these
And I think that's it.
ultra-competitive folks in ultra-high-performing fields.
I don't
And
want
he tried to
to
figure out how long does it take to
take
get
more
to the
time.
top of those
TED
types
Talks,
of fields.
TED Talks
And what he
always
found is the more
are
deliberate practice, the more time
last 30
that
minutes
those individuals
presentations.
spent practicing the elements, whatever it is that they do, the more time you spend, the better you get. And the folks at the tippy top of their fields put in around
I can keep
10,000 hours of
saying
practice.
a lot of this.
Now, we're talking
His
about the game of telephone a
way
little
to
bit earlier,
create
Here's what
images in my mind right now is
an author by the name of
crazy.
Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book in 2007 called Outliers, the Story of Success.
He's transmitting.
centerpiece
I
of
mean,
that book
another
was
DOS.
the 10,000
He,
hour rule.
with his
Practice
body
a lot,
language,
practice well,
is
you will
transmitting
do
me all I
extremely
want to
well when you
know.
reach the top of
All
your
I
field.
want to
So, the
to
message,
be in
what
his
Dr.
shoes
Erickson was
and
actually saying is,
connect
it
my
takes
mind
10,000
with
hours
his
to get
presentation.
to
I
the
mean,
top of an
I can
ultra-competitive
feel
field in a
what
very
he's
narrow
he's
subject.
feeling too.
That's
So
what that means.
that's amazing.
But here's what happened. Ever since
It's a
Outliers came out,
comfortable
immediately
presentation.
came out, reached the top of the
It's,
bestseller list, stayed there for 3 solid months.
You can keep
All of a
watching
sudden, the
and
10,000 hour
listening
rule
this
was
to
everywhere.
a lot of time.
And a society-wide game of telephone.
And I want to
Started to be
repeat. I
played.
want to
So this message,
I
it
want
takes
to
10,000 hours to reach the top of an
say it again.
ultra-competitive
The
field.
topic is
became,
fundamental. The topic
it
is
takes
crucial.
10,000 hours to become an expert at something. Which became, it takes 10,000
The
hours
topic
to become
the topic
good at
of
something. Which became,
Michael Bay
it takes
why
10,000
was important
hours
too because he
learn
was presenting the
but that
Cure
last statement, it takes
TV.
10,000 hours to
The
learn
cure
something.
of TB
not
and
It's not
technological improvements
So,
in that time.
what the research
2014, I
actually
mean, the
says,
first Samsung
I
Cure
spent
TB.
a lot of time
Imagine,
here at the CSU
imagine
library
you're
on the
Samsung.
cognitive
Imagine you're
psychology
Samsung
stacks, 'cause I'm a geek. And
you call Michael Bay, that is a great director, to present your technology and how that can improve his work in terms of production in movies, and he completely panics. Well, that's all. That's all.
When you
I
actually look at the studies
I
of
don't see
skill
downs.
acquisition,
I
you
don't see
see
downs
over and over and
in
over
this
a graph like this.
TED Talk.
Now, researchers, whether
From
they're studying a
6
motor skill,
minutes 36
something you do
seconds,
physically,
it
or a
was
mental
all.
skill, they like to study
I
things
can
that they can time.
I can even take notes. I can
quantify that, right?
pull out my
So they'll give
my
research
notebook and
participants a
start
little
writing what is
task,
he
something
saying.
that
I'm
requires
gonna
visual
watch it because
engagement or
he's
something that
is very
requires
crucial to
learning a
professional
little,
life. You need
mental trick.
to
And they'll
to
time
know
how
how
long a
to learn
participant takes
anything
to
to
complete
keep
the
you
skill.
in the competence.
And here's what this
So
graph says. When you
this was a
start,
pretty good
so when researchers
presentation.
gave participants a task,
So
it
we
took
have
them a really long time, 'cause it was
10
really
downs
horrible.
from Michael Bay
With a little bit of
and
practice, they get better and
12,
better and better.
13
And
do's
that early
about
part of practice
the
is
TED
really,
Talk
really efficient.
about
People
Just
get
Kaufman.
good at things
So
with just
that's
a
it.
little bit
That's
of
all.
practice.
Sorry, my bad.
Now, what's
Thanks
interesting
for
to
watching,
note is that
and
if we
see
don't
you later.
really, for skills that we want